According to Toyota, the Mirai is the best deal on the planet. But is it really? Today, we're gonna interview actual Mirai owners on their first-hand experience with the vehicle. We're also gonna talk to a lawyer who's currently suing Toyota for misleading the public about the Mirai. As always, let's get into it. Why did you buy this vehicle?
The first thing that caught my eye was they were selling it with a lot of incentives. Okay, so I'm looking for a nice car. I got this 2 years ago. Used car prices were through the roof, and these were selling with a nice big incentive. I go, oh, give it a shot. I did look up hydrogen before I bought it. I read a lot of people who said, hey, you're gonna have issues fueling, and you're gonna have lines like this, etc. I said, you know what, we're gonna roll the dice, we're gonna try anyway.
Really, I was thinking about the environment. If I can not at least add smog to the air and pollute the air.
I wanted something different. I wanted something more spacious and more economical. It's basically why I brought it.
Did you buy this for?
About 10,000.
10,000.
About 10,000.
Okay, so
yeah. So that's not too bad.
Now it's hard to get a car for just 10,000.
Oh, almost everything is like 20 and 30 and 40 and all that. Oh yeah.
We like the idea of hydrogen. They have nice concept. You can get a car worth $15,000. You know, the promotion.
Oh, the fuel car.
Yeah.
They were very upfront about everything. Let me know about the network.
Did they tell you there's gonna be some issues maybe with it's not being available?
Yeah.
I have total around 15 of them.
You have 15 Marai?
Yes.
15 of them, that's all yours?
Yes.
Why so many?
I rent them out.
Oh, through what?
Turo app.
On Toro?
Yes.
You rent 20 Marai on Toro.
Yes.
And how do you like it so far?
Well, I absolutely love the car. The car is even everything I ever wanted it to be and better. It drives like a Lexus. Phenomenal car to drive. It drives itself. Self-driving isn't as good as a Tesla, but it's not bad.
The people outside, they don't have any clue that what is the reality, and the reality of the car is worse than what people think.
What's the worst thing?
For example, you have a lot of limitation. You go to this gas station, is not working, broke down. You go to another one. Half of your day, just you are feeling, where should I fill up my tank? Either the credit card doesn't work, or they don't have enough gas. You know, it is a very bad experience.
I don't have any issues with this car. I did not have any major services done on it or anything. The only thing I have is the fuel. That's the only thing. If they can lower the fuel some kind of way, the price of it, everything would be fine.
That time, but the hydrogen rate was so low, like $13.
Oh, the price.
Yeah. It's getting worse. It's almost 3 times when the date we bought. The resale value of the car is going down like maybe less than 10% of the value.
Wow, 10%.
Less, yeah.
So how much did you originally bought it for?
I bought 23.
So now this car could be just a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love it. I mean, it's really just the shortages right now, right? It's all due to the war in Ukraine. Ukraine was the largest producer of gray hydrogen in the world.
When we started this business, the number was like $4 a kilo. So we did the number. It works very good. But seeing 20 jack up the price, and there's nothing we can do.
That's tough. It's three times.
Well, I'm happy. I let everybody test drive the hydrogen car. It's a very smooth car to ride.
Car I love. This whole fueling fiasco, where you're catching me in line while I wait for probably 45 minutes to get this fuel, this part stinks. Okay, today at this pump, which is the cheapest pump anywhere around here, it's $30 a kilogram. Price almost triple.
The truck drivers, they are using per kilogram $6. But the commercial, they get $6 per kilogram, but we get almost $30 or $35, $36 per kilogram. This is another thing that we are not happy with it.
This one didn't come with a fuel card. This is coming out of my pocket.
How much is the cost for a full, full tank?
If it's empty, it's about almost 200. But
yeah. That's like gasoline truck, like a V8.
Yeah, that's why I tried to only fill it at a half a tank.
Okay, so you think Toyota should
compensate and should, to the people who trust Toyota. And this is really very disappointed car.
So the price has gone up, but there's a bunch of money in the infrastructure plan to build a bunch of green hydrogen production in the US. And so that's coming online in the next, I think, year. Yeah. And then the price should go down dramatically.
I hope Toyota put every hydrogen station in their dealerships. They don't have to go to the third party. Then this will pick up.
So you would recommend this vehicle to another person, right? You would.
Well,
or
it's a tough recommendation because you've got this problem with the fueling, right? And it just feels like there's uncertainty. I go, if there are more hydrogen stations, or even the hydrogen stations that there are, but the price came down, would be an easy recommendation for anybody. It's not the people making the cars. It's whoever's got the infrastructure figured out isn't there.
And another day I wanted to trade it in. They give you 1/4 of the price of the car that I bought it.
And this was just 1 year later.
1 year later. This is why really I think the car is not worth it at all. And I recommend people they never ever touch it.
But if they can lower the price on the fuel, everything is fine.
It drives pretty well.
Oh yeah, nice, quiet, smooth. Oh yeah, you know, beautiful car, good for the price. Well, I mean, what do you want for 10,000?
I think we get our money back and take this car.
Yeah, take this car back and give you money.
Our money. When you ask somebody to buy a car and you give him something nice, picture for the future, and it's Toyota, it's credibility.
Yes.
So why I bought this car, because it's Toyota.
Everybody I know who has the car, if they can put fuel in it, they absolutely love it. Right? Same thing with the Nexos. Just we got to get these stations up. It doesn't degrade. The batteries BEVs degrade. This is just a plate of platinum and a plate of nickel with a bunch of holes drilled them. That's what the fuel stack is.
Strictly speaking, they're more green friendly. When you're done with this car, there's no lithium battery you have to dispose of. There's no, you don't have to deal with that. It's just a carbon fiber tank.
I recommend highly nobody buy Mirai or any hydrogen car, and it is rip-off. Don't touch it. Just you're gonna be screwed.
Don't touch water.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the water.
Exactly.
So after interview with these Marai owners, I did a little bit more digging and found a lawyer who's currently taking legal action against Toyota, and he is extremely passionate about it. So I invited him to our studio to find out exactly what he's doing.
This Toyota Mirai case is what I was born to do.
You were born to sue Toyota.
I was born to sue Toyota. I'm from California, born and raised my whole life. And so I have a lot of California pride. This Japanese foreign automaker, the biggest one in the world, and they just sold a total fraud, a total scam. And they really screwed over like tens of thousands of Californians. It should be called the Toyota Mirage. Then it would have been an accurate name, and maybe they would have even gotten more customers. We don't need to litigate with them. They should just work with me and I can help them out.
Yeah, the Mirage.
The
It's
Mirage.
like you're in the desert and then you're
Oh,
stranded.
it looks good. Oh, there's water. Oh, it's not. In any event, California invested heavily in this. Toyota started sucking up a lot of the tax dollars that the state would give for these kinds of initiatives, to the point where basically they're the 800-pound gorilla in the room. There was a partnership called the Hydrogen Fuel Cell Partnership of California, and they spent millions, like $5-6 million of taxpayer money to build a hydrogen station. And then Toyota bullied them out of business, bullied their hydrogen station out of existence. They would announce new standards retroactively. So they built this station that was making green hydrogen, so hydrogen out of water. Toyota makes hydrogen from methane, and we'll get into that. But so what Toyota's been promising really when they're marketing this car is zero emissions, zero tailpipe emissions. That really is true if you're making it from water. Then it's really miraculous. Like, wow, this is turning water into vapor, which powers a car. That's beautiful. But they crushed the university out of existence. So they gave away free fuel cards. They said, it's not gonna work at the university pump. It ended up getting defunct. So they wasted all that taxpayer money. You pay for it even if you're not tax paying, because the DMV registrations go up by a few bucks a year. But that's how Toyota ends up with hundreds of millions of dollars from Newsom or whoever dished out the money. I think it was Newsom. So that's just one element, right? There's so many bizarre elements to this hydrogen car that each one would be an independent basis for a class action lawsuit.
So there's a total effort from Toyota to monopolize the hydrogen resource.
100%.
Right? Does Toyota make a profit from the Marai?
It's a good question also. I don't think so. I don't think the car's worth anything. Without the fuel card.
When you think of Toyota, most people think of reliability. So it's just bizarre they're still selling a car that a good amount of them will having trouble running the car. That's just strange from Toyota.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's definitely a tiny percentage of people that it worked out for. Like if you live right next to a pump and you got all the incentives at the right time and they all cashed in and you have available fuel, okay, that guy's living life. Like that guy's loving it. But that's a very rare guy or gal. That doesn't really exist. Like 95% of the people are breathlessly upset with this situation. One guy, Toyota stopped letting him make payments. He was one of the first clients that I filed the original class action for. A representative told him that we are not going to accept payments from you anymore. The system is not allowing us to accept ACH payments because you're in litigation with us, which is totally illegal. And then he just kept trying every month and they wouldn't take his money, but they weren't hurting his credit. And then recently they started dinging his credit, showing like a default on 6 months. Guy had perfect credit otherwise. And there's no one to talk to. I asked Toyota for a call about that and they blew me off.
That's a really bad way of screwing customers.
It's a really bad way of doing that to your customer.
The class action lawsuit, what is your end goal?
It's a great question. From day one, I've told them this. I want them to take back the car, make people whole, and pay me my legal fees. And they should get, at this point, they should give people extra money, punitive damages.
I hope this lawsuit will be very successful, especially those consumers, the one that were hurt.
If anyone has any issues with their car, just contact my firm.
If you have a Toyota Mirai, go to Jason. Don't go to Toyota, go to Jason.
You can go to Toyota and try.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get anywhere.
Jason will help you get your money back. All right?
I will, God willing.
All right, thank
with
you.
God's help. Thank you so much.